Good morning. It's a bit bright out here, like all this sun. Really good night's kip. Stayed in bed past like 8 o'clock. I didn't have my brew till like 9. It's not like me. I was like, I had a really good night's sleep, even though I was on a slant. It's one of them things, isn't it, when you if you slanted the right way, it can work for you because you're not falling out of bed, you know. So that's the way it worked for me last night, and it was good. It was good. So yeah, I've had a good night's sleep. I've had lush porridge off Fiona for breakfast. I love my porridge in the morning, and had a good morning snuggle with all the pups, and a pet with the horse, and loves with the goats, and been visited by a few kittens. I've fallen in love with 500,000 dogs at a local shelter already, which I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see, because it's something I've thought of, that, you know, maybe I need a little friend to be travelling about with, and so I won't be solo any longer. But I'm contemplating it, and if something's just rocks up, then, you know, I believe in the universe. If that was meant for me, it'll find me. So I'm gonna, got flies. Flies is a big thing in Portugal. There's a lot of them. So I'm off to the Chinese lodger, which means lodger is shop. It's the Chinese shop with Fiona, and we're gonna go and see if they've got something to put into the bottom of my toilet, so I can store things in it, because the bucket's lower now. So I'm looking for something for that. I'm also looking for a few hair bubbles. I think that's about it. Oh, and hinge, a couple of hinges. So off to the Chinese lodger for that, and then I shall be setting off on my next adventure down south. So catch you later. Hey, well, I'm at a services on the motorway, the toll motorway, on my way to Lagos. Went to the Chinese shop, which was ace, with Fiona, and I treated myself because my light broke last night. I'd knocked it off, and somehow an arm on it, because it's a moving light, and an arm of it broke. So my super treat for today was a soldering iron and some solder, and I'm gonna fix my light so it'll work, but I won't be able to fix it until tomorrow, I think. But still, I'm super happy that I've got a soldering iron now. I'm really chuffed about that. News about possible doggy. There's a few. There's over like 250 dogs in the shelter, which is crazy. Apparently they're free to a good home, or obviously you can make a donation. And I've been told there's one particular one which won't get adopted because she's too old. And I think it's crazy that people don't want to adopt older dogs, because older dogs that have been cared for, house trained, and they're going to give you a smaller life, but they're going to give you a lot more love, and you're stopping them living the rest of their life in a shelter. So yeah, I'm contemplating that. So it says that I'm a couple of, well, 2 hours 20 away from Lagos. I'd have been there much sooner, but it was almost like a Maltesers advert. I was going round this, trying to work out what the sat nav says. I was whizzing round this roundabout. Well, whizzing, when I say I was pootling, like do 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 do, almost like the magic roundabout, but a Maltesers ad going, ooh, waiting for like to work out which sign it was, because none of the signs matched what it said on the sat nav, because in Portugal sat navs have got one road number and a lot of them got renumbered, so it completely throws you off. So I picked one. I thought, well, you know, on the third time round, I thought, I can't be doing this all day. Like, people will start wondering what's going on. It's wasting fuel. Pick a direction. So I did. And I went over this awesome, huge bridge that was just amazing and very pretty. And then into this little village and roundabout, and then up this big road and round a dangly bit, and then headed back. And I thought, this is a bit strange. And then I went back through the little village and over that really big beautiful bridge, and it's a beautiful view, like, as you're travelling over it, so I can't complain. And I've seen it from both sides now, but it wasn't half a diversion. But you know, I'm not going the wrong way, I'm just going the long way round. So yeah, it's just the scenic route, like. So anyway, eventually, through random mixing ups of signs and picking random things, because the sat nav's not talking to me and the numbers and things don't seem to make sense, but I eventually saw a sign saying Algarve and thought, aha, I am going in that direction, that's the sign I shall take. So I did, and that was it. So off I went towards the Algarve. So now I've decided I'm going to treat myself to maybe an ice cream or an ice lolly or something, and stretch my legs for a little bit, because the next part of the monster adventure, which is a bit longer than what I thought, will be coming next. So yeah, so I'll disappear, but yeah, here's to Chinese lodges, Chinese shops, yes, for excellent bargains. And let's hope there's a nice ice cream, like pure orange ice cream or something like that. Alright then, catch you in a bit. Well, I made it. It's took all day. I'm really tired. What happened was, after leaving Fiona, I took a few wrong turns and ended up doing a fair bit of like adding time onto the route. I mean, eventually, when I finally found Santarem and I was heading in the right direction, and following the Algarve signs, I you know, found my way. And as soon as I started seeing Lagos signs, I was like, yay, finally. So I'm absolutely shattered. I've driven fucking loads, paid, it cost like $24.90 or $70 or something for the toll, and then there was other tolls as well, but I'm sure it's better to pay the toll than pay the extra fuel for the other few hours of driving. So at least I'm here, and I hopefully will get a decent night's sleep now. The moon looks beautiful, beautiful tonight. Watched it rising up over the hills of Monchique, and we're in the something valley. It's where, apparently, where Portugal's renowned for everything coming through this area, for all the naughty stuff that flies over from Morocco and all from like the Atlantic Ocean and stuff. So this area is renowned for all sorts of stuff. There's pure history. But on the more well, I don't know whether it's more interesting or not, there's a zoo nearby, Lagos Zoo, which could be interesting. So I know, I'm just looking at myself here, I look like rough as muck. Anyway, I can't even be arsed eating. I've had 2 pieces of cheese, so if I dream some interesting dreams, that's what it's all about. So I'm going to see if I can upload this tonight. If not, it'll have to go up tomorrow morning because there's no signal here. Well, there is, but there isn't, and I've still not sorted out the electrics in the van, so I can't really charge up properly. And my torch, I've not had a chance to fix my light, so with my soldering iron, so I've got my torch from my phones, but if I use my phone to upload stuff, I might not have enough torch for battery for torching for light. But it is all good, and I did make it. And the view as I got into Lagos, all the sea that I saw, surrounded by lots of buildings, but I saw the sea. So I'm looking forward to going to the beach and seeing more sea at some point, because you can't come this far and not see it. And seeing all the different things that I'd seen, recognised from when I was with Si, all the different barranca and sylvs and what's the other, sagres. It's all around here. So I'm in the Algarve, right down south, and I'll check in tomorrow. So big loves, night, and stay safe, folks.